This is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is just a regular process video, and I am using the sketch right there from December 2020. It's December 24th, so it was like Christmas Eve sketch out of Paper's Issues, and it is just an amazing sketch. So this is my very last video for the month of January, and also the very last video for the trip that I am going here, which is the zip lining that is complimentary to the last page that I did in December with mini paper pad. So this one, I'm pretty much kind of following it to the T for the most part. I know I don't necessarily do some of the way they do where the title is and stuff like that, but for the most part it's pretty spot on. So I'm using my Creative Memories little tool here to do some edging because I wanted it to be a little bit more uniform and not so much me just trying to tear it and make it like wonky donkey. So that is why I got my tool out. I don't use it often, but when I do like what it does and how it looks for that sake. The photos, like I said, is the last part of the Unicole. I can't say it. It's the lake and resort that we always go up to. It's one of the resorts that we use when we go to Helen, Georgia. This is our second trip up there. Yeah, our second trip because, well, technically it's like our fourth or fifth, but since we were back from Germany, it's our second trip because the first trip we took, it rained quite a bit and we couldn't do some of the things that we wanted to over the Labor Day weekend. And so then the so that was the fall of 2022 and this is 2023. So we went back in June and went there and did a bunch of that. So that is the photos. I am going to since this is going up on the 31st, and like I said, this is the very last the last layout. On the 1st of February, you are going to get a layout share of all of my layouts for those two trips because it's been quite a bit since I've finished that layout or that book, and I should have finished it a long time ago, and I didn't. So that is that, and that is the reason why I want to do a layout share, because I figured, you know what, why not? So let's get back to this. I have done quite a bit of the cutting and the trimming already, and I am pretty much, like I said, following this to the T. It has that one bigger piece and then the three smaller pieces. So the kit that I am using is two pieces. The first piece is the Sunny Days Flavors of the Month. And if I remember correctly, the way it looks, it had to have been a non-DT kit from the scrap room. And then the other kit is from Color Rush Studios. And that is where mostly all of my items have come from, is the Color Rush Studios Sunny Days, because I combined all of them because they literally are the same kits pretty much, the same collections from Simple Stories. So that is that. So here I am taking the 4 photos like it has in the sketch, and we are going to put this together. Now, like I said, this was back in December of 2025 here. I'll link Paper Issues down below. They always have some type of challenges going on through the month. The month of December was all of their cut files. A lot of their cut files were there, but then they do Scraplift Sundays, if I remember correctly, and they do throw up the sketches. So that is what this one is. I'll link them down below along with the Scrap Room's information as well, their group and their website and all of that fun stuff. I have been a design team member of the Scrap Room since July of 2025, but I have been a very long subscriber to them. I'll be honest, I switched over to the Scrap Room. I was getting them, but I didn't like commit, but I committed the minute that the Hip Kit decided to go exclusive, because I'll be real honest, their collections looked exactly the same, and that is not what I signed up for. Oh yeah, total side note here, I had to change out these photos because I forgot that I wanted to use this white space that I consider white space on both these photos. They needed to be swapped. I felt like if I put that one photo, which is the bottom one that you'll see come out, it looks like I was cutting off my husband and my daughter's feet, and I just didn't like that, so I forgot that I swapped them so that I could use the dead space or the white space in those two photos to place that one. Now, all these photos were taken while they were on the zip line. The company that does the zip lining is amazing. They give you all of the free photos, and they did all 3 levels. So there's 3 different levels to zip lining for most of zip lining companies. And Kaylin since it's 2023 and I'm 2026, so she was a 5th grader going into 6th, if I remember correctly. And she did all 3 of them. She has no fear, just like her daddy. My husband has no fear either, and it's like, what the heck? I wish I didn't have that fear, because heights, I can fly, I can do all of that. It's not a big deal, but I don't know. Zip lining is just not my forte, which is okay. So I start with the clouds up there. Those change. I start with my title in the middle. That changes. Then I put that title exactly like that. That changes. You will see a bunch of changes come along with this, because I was like, I don't like this. And I think it's because I did not have really truly a lot of the typical embellishments that I get. I got the journaling bits and the kit from Color Rush, and they don't have a lot of like embellishments. I love the journaling bits, but I also need the embellishments. So that's just a little bit for me, and it's, my thing, because I'm always a heavy embellisher, and when I get the journal bits, those are kind of hard to use as embellishments when they've got a lot of spots to write. I don't have a lot to write. So I found these 2 clouds, and then in Color Rush Studios, they gave me some of these clouds as well, so I kind of played off of the clouds so that it looks like they're in the clouds, because my back page that you don't see, those are clouds too. And they're zip lining in the middle of the air, so I figured, well, why not use clouds, right? My title is obviously Sunny Days, because she's excited. Look at her, she's one-handed, just going to town, acting cool. So I was trying to get that flower to work. That one didn't work. So then I found this one, and I was like grateful for that, because I was like, okay, that's perfect. And here I am. These are the small little pieces that I got from the Scrap Room. And that's what I said. Like, the Scrap Room gave me some. I do have the sticker. I do have the 12 by 12 stickers. But I was trying to use the embellishments up first before I went into the stickers on the 12 by 12. Because I still got enough papers to probably do 2 more layouts with that collection, because I'm not quite done with my summer. So I turned off the camera and I went to go get a bunch of the stuff stuck down, and then I'm coming in to do the rest. And I'm just kind of playing on the little things that I have. Color Rush Studio does do sequence mixes, so those will be coming up too. And I'm just kind of going around making sure everything is stuck the way I want to. Some of the pieces have what I need down, some of them don't, so I'm just kind of going through. I can't remember if I do it off camera or on camera, but that title is not changed yet, but it will. I don't like how it's leveled wrong because of how I put my photos, and I wish I would have never put it on top. I should have slid it over like I wanted to, but I didn't. I left it, and it doesn't hurt the page at all, and it's still sticky after pulling it off. So I'm kosher. So here I am. I'm kind of going through. There's the 12 by 12 sticker pack. Now I'm trying to get some other little things going here with the different layouts and the stickers and that kind of stuff. Just kind of going through and figuring out what else to do. And so I'm found, the word bits that they have on the bottom with the stickers, you always got to cut off the little pieces. So that's what I'm doing right here, is cutting off like the piece to the next edge. And it's just the little fun sayings that they have about how they love the smile and making all of this worthy. So there is the sequence mix. I am rounding out with that. I do come in with the Distress Spritz Antique Linen. Make sure you do all the YouTube-y stuff. Like and subscribe. Like I said, I am back. I am done with my first month, and I have done a lot of layouts for y'all. I'm like kind of playing catch up, trying to get back into the swing of things. I am doing this voiceover in the month of December. So, hey, I am almost a full month ahead. I do know that I've got some other ones to do before this one, but by the time you get to it, you've already seen them. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Like I said, I am back. Here is all of the sequence mix, and I will round this out just a little bit. And there you go. See, I did take that off camera. So my sunny days was moved before, and you see how I took it off. So anyway, that is it. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I don't know why I go when I go. I still don't know why this war in my blood, why this war with all that I love. Oh, my wandering ways and these faithless days, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, always turning away from your loving embrace, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, my wandering